Hi guys, welcome back to Origami Twist. My name's Jen and today is day 24 of the Daily December Challenge. That's right, 31 videos in 31 days. Now it is Christmas Eve, so I thought, why not put an ornament tutorial together that you can do as a family? It's sort of, this one is a classic and traditional design, sort of like the 3D snowflake that I did a few days ago. I didn't design either one of these, but they're classics. They're the sort of thing that you make with your kids and or for as gifts, and they're just things that everybody sort of has a memory of somewhere. And if you don't, now's the time to make one, right? So I thought, you know what, this would make a great family tradition. The older kids and mom and dad can make the stars, the younger kids can string them together and put the final thing together. It's a great family project. Now, I know that you'll probably want to make more than one of these, so I have modified the original instructions a little bit at the very beginning to save you some time, and I hope that that works out really well for you. And I'll explain it all in the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I would love for you to stick around Origami Twist and check out all of the other videos that I do. Happy Christmas Eve, everyone. I hope you have a safe and restful holiday, and we'll see you again tomorrow. So, without further ado, the Polish Star. I have my circle. It's between 3 and 4 inches wide. Doesn't matter. Peanut butter jar, trace them up. I use Sizzix framelit for this one. Whatever you've got. You're going to fold in half, and then in half again. And I'm using wrapping paper for this one. I find that it looks beautiful, and I've got a lot of it around because it's the holidays. And then fold in half again. Now, here's where all of the other instructions that you see out there, open it up, and then they tell you to cut in until you get to about a nickel size in the middle, or about an inch wide in the middle, and cut in and cut in. And okay, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but I found that if you do this as though you're making a paper snowflake, you'll find that you save yourself a lot of time. So go up about half inch, maybe a little more, maybe the length of your thumbnail up into the middle, just hold on to it, and then cut into it as though you're cutting off a section to make a paper snowflake. And then do the same thing on the other side, making sure you go through all the layers, but you're not cutting a very big chunk out of this. It's just a little tiny sliver off the sides. And you'll find that when you open it up, it's pre-cut for you. Look at that. How cool is that? And as long as you don't cut very much off of each one, just enough to separate them, you'll still have plenty of wrapping paper to make your star. Okay, now with that, if you've never seen how to make these, I will quickly show you how to do each of the points, okay? So the points are easy. Here's the next trick. The points are not easy for the first 4 or 5 times that you do them. You're probably going to throw away or want to throw away the first couple of these circles, so make extra. That's what I found for myself anyway. Okay, so you put a little tiny dab of glue on the upper right-hand corner of one of these tabs. Upper left-hand corner if you're left-handed. Just depends on which way you want to roll them in. You're then going to take the upper left-hand corner of the tab and fold it down so it's just to the middle up here and sort of touches down here, but don't crease. Take that part where you just put the glue and then stick it. While putting your thumb inside here, stick it on the other side. And you'll find it makes a cute little cone. So this center piece, you fold down, and then without creasing, see how it comes down a bit further than it probably should? And then you place the right-hand corner over the left one, making a nice neat point. And then what happens is the piece springs back into itself and creates a cone. So you really don't have to do the cone. As long as you put them in the right places and put that right tab down on the left-hand side in the right place, you'll find that it springs into place. So I'm going to do that one more time. Just a little bit of glue on the tab. the left side, or if you're left-handed, just use your right hand. It's whatever's easier for you. The left side is going to come down, and then you're going to place that point somewhere over here. And when you do, everything should spring into place. And there you go. And like I said, this comes from doing 14 of these things. If you haven't done it before, it's going to be hard for the first few. So just practice and do all of them on that one, and then make 13 or 14 of them. I know you're like, whoa, seriously? Make 13 or 14 of them, and then I'll show you how to attach them. To attach them, you're going to need a needle, a piece of string, and 2 sequins, beads, or buttons. I'm using buttons here. I found that, for the reason you'll see in a second, they work out really, really well. Now the size of your needle is dictated by the size of your string. So I'm using embroidery floss here. I found it worked really well. If you have a different kind of string, use a different size needle. If you're using a really big needle, just make sure that you poke little holes in these previous so you don't tear through them when you're trying to stick it through. I found that with the small needle, I didn't actually need to pre-poke holes. It all depends on the paper you're using. You know, there are multiple things. I'm going to, first of all, thread the string onto my button. And I'm going to go down through one hole and back through the other, allowing this to lay flat on the bottom of the ornament. If you only have a bead, just go through the one. It's not going to affect it too much. You're not even going to see it. It's just to anchor the string in place, really. Now thread the other end of the thread through. So now I've got a button on the bottom of the string, and both of the pieces of string are going through the needle. I'm then going to select my first piece of my ornament, and I'm going to have the needle go into the good side, the side that you want to show first. And thread it through and pull. There you go. See why I like the button? It just lays flat. Then for this one and all corresponding ones, I am going to have the design side facing up, and I'm going to put the needle through the rough side, the side that you don't want to be showing. So like this. Okay, thread the rest of the 12 on. You may want more or less depending on what you like. We are then going to thread the button on. Now I found that, again, another reason to use the button is that if I put one thread through one of the holes, and again, if you have the bead, that's okay, just tie a knot the way that you normally would tie a knot. But with the button, if you put one of each side through each of the holes, then it anchors on the top. So it makes a nice closure. It's totally up to you. Okay, this is the fun part. Ready? Pull hard. Pull really tight, and then tie a double knot. So not so tight that you break the papers, obviously, but tight enough so that all of the pokey bits come and stick up, because that's what you want. You want it to look like a porcupine ball. And I'm going to just do one more. Make sure when you tie the double knot that you don't tighten it over the top of another spine, because that will greatly affect the look of your final piece. Decide how long you want the string to be, trim it and tie a knot, and you're done. One Polish star with a starting technique that saves you a lot of hassle. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you try it out and make a bunch. Have a great day, guys. See ya.